Welcome to another episode of GlideChat. My name is Michael Lombardo. I'm sitting here with Lisa Georgis, a VP of Sales at GlideFast Consulting. Lisa, what's up?
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me. This is my first podcast.
First podcast.
So cool.
Like, I don't know if it's a podcast or if it's a video cast or something, but because it's a podcast, but we do video.
Does it air anywhere?
It airs.
Oh, okay.
It's on Spotify and YouTube and I think Apple.
My gosh.
I hope.
Well, for all my listeners.
So, yeah,
subscribe
and like. Do you sing?
I know how to sing.
No.
Well, actually, that one time I did karaoke, everyone was being so nice. Saying I did so well. I know I did
great.
not.
That was not Hong Kong, shout out Hong Kong and Boston teriyaki sticks, $1.
Yes, $1.
I think they're $2 now with inflation.
Inflation, everything's inflation.
I know, it's crazy. So you've been at GlideFast for 3 years now?
3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like I've been working with you guys for like
forever.
7 years because you were my partner of choice.
Yeah. So for those obviously who don't know, so I've known Lisa for probably 5 years, maybe close.
Yeah.
We met when she was at another company who did staffing, but didn't specialize in ServiceNow. So her company brought us in, and we both worked a deal together and just stayed in touch ever since. Then you went to another company, and then eventually you made the right decision coming to GlideFast.
That's right.
It's weird. Like this first day we met, I knew you'd end up at GlideFast.
You did? I wasn't very nice to you the first.
No, you weren't. You were so worried.
Yeah, well, it was a big deal for me to bring in somebody that I hadn't met before, but I heard great things, so I was like trusting the whole process. But yeah.
Well, that's why I really liked you, because you cared so much about your customer, and like you were like, you weren't like worried about winning the deal. It was like, you guys better not screw this up if we do win, when we win.
Yeah.
And that's what I really appreciated, was you were looking out for your customer first.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's the key to a lot of like great salespeople, is just like having the same interest that your customer has. So it's really an extension of their own interest in yourself to put that best effort forward.
Yeah.
And like for all my projects too, I always like invest in the talent that we have staffed on the projects to see, making sure that they're having a good time with them and feeling that they're all part of the same team, and it's not, a third-party vendor executing on something.
That's what's like unique about GlideFast is like we get involved. Mm-hmm. Like we're part of the team. We're not just like, all right, we're checking out at 5 p.m. after we stop billing you. It's like we're in it for the long haul.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like that's some of the best feedback we got too, is just that they felt like the GlideFast team was an extension of their own team, and they trusted them. Sometimes they even trusted us more than their own team.
I know.
But like, I mean, we have to be successful.
Well, that one customer, I mean, I think we kept working with them like until even after you left. I think we're still working with them, but
yeah, it's a full circle.
It's a full circle. So how did you get into sales? What? Like, the funny story?
I'll go way back.
He tripped and fell over. And just like
so funny. Yeah. So I was like really into like math and science in high school.
I love math.
Yeah.
Science I want to be more into. Like it's cool, but I don't know anything about it.
So I was like, I don't know, I was just like really into it. I thought that's like what I wanted to do. And then my first ever sales job was a competition. I was also really competitive. Yeah. Like did sports my whole life.
I know that.
And so my first ever sales job was selling lobsters for a lobster pound.
No way. No way. Shut up.
Yeah.
Because you're from Maine. Yeah. Okay. Maine. Shout out Maine.
Shout out Maine. So Reedy Seafood, they hired myself and 2 other people to have this like lobster sale competition.
How old were you? 14?
No, it was like 18, 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like
lobster's big business. And
it was.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like a cool job to get.
That's awesome. Oh, that's sick.
And so like the other people that were in the competition, they were going to like their neighbors, and then there were so many tourists, so like just stopping people on the street and getting lobster sales. But I was like working on something bigger, and like everyone always make fun of me because I didn't have any sales right away. Like they did have like 1 or 2 every day. And so I was really targeting the grocery stores.
Big buyers.
Yeah, groceries. So like Hannaford, Market Basket, Stop and Shop.
Wow.
And so I like stalked the seafood buyer down, and he only showed up on Tuesdays at 5 a.m.
Oh my god!
So I had to get there 5 a.m, and then the first order was like 1,000 lobsters.
That is badass.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
Yeah, no.
What are some of the lessons you've learned? Maybe one lesson that you learned early on. Like, was it go after big game or?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I felt like just like maybe finding a way to differentiate yourself and just like being better than the competition.
Yeah.
Like, a bigger sale can sometimes take more time, but it's definitely more rewarding.
Yeah.
And then for the Lobster Pound, I ended up working there for like a couple years after.
Yeah.
I mean, they were like young guys like you. When you started GlideFast, they were like the same age. They just bought this great Lobster Pound, and then they needed somebody to help with sales.
Wow. That's an awesome story.
That's really cool.
So then you kind of got into like recruiting.
Yep. So then I went to WB Mason actually.
Yeah.
So I ended up like pushing paper.
Yeah, literally.
But like the more you know about something, like the cooler it gets.
Yeah, yeah.
So like for me, I was like, oh, is it the blue color paper, the yellow paper, the thickness, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
So people were like excited because not that I'm like selling something exciting, but being excited about it.
You make it exciting. Like during COVID, I was doing like pickle reviews. You know how like El Prez does the pizza reviews?
Yes.
I was literally doing that's how bored I was through COVID.
I learned how to make pickles during COVID.
Shut up. I made pickles before
too.
Did?
I love it.
Oh my God, Nux. So I was doing pickle reviews.
That's
like hindsight, awful.
Yeah.
But I put it like on Snapchat or whatever. And my friend was like, dude, you literally make pickles like entertaining, like and interesting. And it's because like I really enjoyed pickles.
Yeah.
It's a weird topic. It was a great quote. My stepfather loved this quote, live by it. Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. So like, if you're not excited about what you're doing, if you're not intrigued and amazed and love it, how do you expect someone else to?
Right.
Like, and I don't have time for that. Like, I'm not going to spend my energy on something I don't love. Like, I love GlideFast. I love ServiceNow. I love our team. I love our customers. That's what motivates me, not the money. I'm fortunate enough. I don't have to do work or do things I don't want to. Like, I just love it.
How do you get after this like huge acquisition?
Yeah.
You got a great payout. How do you stay motivated?
It's a couple of things. Like one, and it kind of like goes back and forth, but one of the major things is people relying on me. Like what gets me up in the morning, what gets me here at the office is like, there's people counting on me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, I know GlideFast could, and this has always been my goal, like make sure GlideFast can run without me. God forbid something happens. But like, I know with me there, it's better. You know, like I just know I'm going to definitely add value. It can definitely work without me, whatever. We have great people, but I know I'm helping. So other people like supporting you, and we haven't been on a call in a while.
I know.
You don't need me anymore, but.
Well, no, I do. I mean, I always love when you're on.
But you just run it. Yeah. But like just me helping out is definitely like, it's that motivates me. But I just love it. Like, how do you not love this? We're digitally transforming like the world's best companies.
I know.
Like we're at the forefront of innovation. We're actually like unbelievable at what we do. So like step one is we're providing meaningful value into the world. Step two is we're actually really, really good at it. And then, the opportunity, like we're always looking for the next mountain to climb, right? We're always looking for, at least me, and I know you too. We're always, I want to dominate. And I think there's just still so much opportunity and so much unknown of what's going on.
Yeah. I think like one thing that I've always like admired about you, but initially when I first met you and you like were self-proclaiming yourself as the mayor, I'm like, who is this guy, right? But like, I think also like you must love seeing how successful, and we're just like still growing, and I feel like we've just started. It's still day one. It's just crazy.
I know. We got GlideFest coming up, knowledge. So, and I got a big keynote for our team. And I'm thinking of like, what am I going to talk about? Because like last year was awesome. I think I did pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's like, so I'm thinking about last year. I talked about like, listen, we're doing great. We're great. Awesome. Blah, blah, blah. But we still have so much to improve on. And like, as I'm thinking about what I'm going to talk about this year, it's like, wow, here are the things we've actually done and we're doing to actually get better.
Yeah.
Like before it was like, stay humble. We need to get better always. And now it's like, holy moly, we're implementing these process improvements. We're implementing these strategic initiatives, so that's what's really exciting. And that's why it still feels like day one, because we're constantly reinventing ourselves. We're constantly improving, and we just have the right people who care, you know? Like I'm proud to say there's nobody here that I think that are just going through the motions.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's like literally giving themselves to get better. Yeah.
And I love, people ask me like, why GlideFast? What do you love about GlideFast? I also love like how valued every individual employee's opinion is. Like if I have an idea of a sales play, we don't go through a whole process to get into production. We start going.
Just go.
We just go.
Just figure it out later.
Yeah. I like love that about here. It just feels like so much like freedom and just, I don't know, even for myself to be more invested in GlideFast just to see success of all these different things that we have going on.
Yeah. We had dinner with a couple younger Apex reps a couple weeks ago, and they really gravitated to you and like asking your advice and everything. So I'm just thinking they're great people too. Shout out Farah and Morgan. Yeah. Shout out. What's some advice maybe you'd give some people maybe in the selling lobsters out there, you know, early on in their career that want to be sales leaders? What kind of advice would you give them?
Yeah, actually, one lesson like early on is just there's no such thing as like a no.
Yeah.
So like for that lobster example, they didn't even want to, they're like, I don't know when he comes in. It's not even out of this location. I just like kept going back to figure out like, okay, what location is that? Who is it with? And eventually got to the right people. So like, just understand that there's really no such thing as a no. It's just a not right now.
And do you mean like no from the customer?
No from the customer.
Okay, so don't accept no from the customer.
Yeah, and a lot of things too, it's about getting as many touches with as many people as possible because even if you're not doing business with them today, they do see what you're doing. Yeah. They do see what GlideFast is doing, and they end up coming around, especially, you know, it's such a hard area to have a good ServiceNow partner, and they ultimately will be an opportunity for us to get in there and show our worth.
Yeah. I mean, even like, I can think of like a couple customers right now where initially they may have told us no, and then they went with another partner and they end up coming back and we stayed in touch with them. We didn't just say, okay, that's lost cause, forget it. Hey, how's the implementation going? Oh, not so well. You know, we kind of told you these reasons why it wouldn't. And eventually it works out. So I definitely, I love that. Never take a no. Maybe we'll title the podcast that, Never Accept a No.
Never accept a no. Yeah.
That's awesome. And last question, where do you see yourself in the future?
I want to keep this going for, you know, as long as I can. I want to enable our sales team to just like be so successful so that they are also achieving things that they never thought they could. Like me joining GlideFast, if I knew where I was going to be now, back when I first joined, I mean,
I know
I would have joined way earlier, right? It's been such a really fun roller coaster journey. It's been so great.
Really proud of you how far you've come. And,
thanks for believing
in
me.
Absolutely. And I love the fact that, last thing I'll leave the audience with, I love the fact how much you care about your team being successful too. Because that's, you know, especially as a salesperson, you know, obviously coin operated, where's the money, chasing it. But you like stop and really like take time to help other people too, which is awesome, which is paying it forward.
Yeah. And I feel like everyone is always like, they always have something to learn against somebody. So, you know, any questions that anyone has, I always want them to come to me and I'll give them my honest opinion. Yeah. And hopefully they can see some success out of that too.
Awesome.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yes. Okay, go.
Who is the celebrity guest appearance?
Oh, you're going to have to come to GlideFast and just find out. Right. You're going to have to find out. Maybe I'll tell you off camera.
All right.
But
trust tree.
Yeah, make sure you make the party at Knowledge, the Knowledge after party. Forget about those other, you know, you've been to bars before, okay? This is the Vegas experience.
Yeah. I heard there's 1,000.
There's 1,000 people registered.
Yeah, and how many can it even hold? Like 1,100. Like
we got 1,100, so people are not going to be able to get in.
Yeah.
You better register. You're going to have to come to the booth to get a wristband.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, this is going to be and we've thrown some bangers at Knowledge. This is going to be the best party ever.
Yeah.
You're going to get the Vegas experience. You're going to meet celebrities. Maybe more than one. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Wow.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys at Knowledge, and thank you for joining us at another episode of GlideChat.
Awesome.